Hi, this video will discuss the difference between the short run and long run. Many students have a trouble with this concept, yet it's very straightforward and easy. Let's talk about the short run, long run. What's the difference? Short run. It's not a week, it's not a month, it's not a year. Short run is a time period where you've got a fixed input that you cannot change. In this case, your fixed costs are some number that's bigger than zero. This is your short run, when you have one input in the production process that cannot be changed. So if that's the short run definition, what's the long run definition? In the long run, every input is considered to be variable, or every input can be changed. So in this case, you have no fixed inputs. So in this case, in the long run, your fixed costs are zero. So short run, long run distinction here is, can you change all your inputs? If so, we're talking long run. If you cannot change all your inputs, we're talking short run. Let's continue the short run, long run discussion and ask the following question. When does a firm want to close in the short run? When does a firm want to close in the long run? So in the long run, the objective of the firm is to make money, maximize profits. So when does a firm close in the long run? When they're not making money, when they're losing money. If a firm is not profitable in the long run, they will close. They will pull what I call a blockbuster, who went out of business. You can no longer rent a movie from Blockbuster. They were losing money, they closed. So the definition then of losing money is your profits are negative. Recall the definition of profit, which is your total revenue minus your total cost. This gives you a negative number. What this means then is your total cost exceeds your total revenue. If this happens, in the long run, the firm will close. Let's talk about the short run. When does a firm close in the short run? A firm closes in the short run if it cannot pay all of its variable costs. So in the short run case, the firm ignores their fixed cost. They focus on their variable costs and say, hey, are we able to pay all of our variable cost? For example, one variable cost for a firm would be their labor. When a firm bounces paychecks to their employees, they can't pay all their workers' wages. Workers stop showing up, the firm closes down. Likewise, if a firm can't pay the light bill, another example of a variable cost. When you can't pay the light bill, the local power company is going to turn the lights off. The firm will close in the short run in this case as well. So anytime a firm cannot pay all of its variable cost, a firm will close. So close if your TVC, total variable cost, exceeds your total revenue. Another way to answer the question on when a firm closes in the short run is consider the following. What's the loss if you're open? What's the loss if you're closed in the short run? If you close in the short run, you lose your fixed cost. So compare the loss of being open with the loss of being closed, or the amount of your fixed cost. The firm will choose the smaller of these two losses. So let's do an example about the short run, long run distinction. So consider a local business that has a single drive-through window. After the COVID pandemic, they're like, hey, people aren't eating in restaurants, they want to get their meals to go. In the short run, if you're the business, you're stuck with this model of having a single drive-through line. In the long run, however, the next time you build your restaurant, the next Chick-fil-A, maybe we want to have multiple drive-through lines, so we can serve twice as many drive-through customers. So in the long run, you can adjust the number of lines at your drive-through. In the short run, you're stuck with the number of lines that you have, a single line. Long run, you can change all inputs, including the number of drive-through lines at your local business.